Well, hello there, welcome to another edition of the Cryptic Mystic, and I'm going to be doing a nice walkthrough today of a cryptic crossword, a mini cryptic crossword actually, and one you can find on mycrossword.co.uk, which is one of our favourite websites on this channel, isn't it? We use it a lot. And today we're going to be doing a crossword from one of our favourite setters as well, and that setter is Henri, who has had some fantastic crosswords that I've already solved on the channel. And I'm looking forward to doing today's one because recently on mycrossword.co.uk they introduced mini crossword grids, so you can do like 7x7 grids, and Henri's really grasped that and he's done quite a few, so I thought I'd have a go at one of these mini ones. I'm actually going to have a go at today's Wednesday the 16th of July, and he's published one today, so I'm going to have a go at that. I really can't wait. Just before I do though, just to give you a heads up for this week's live stream, which happens every Sunday at 8 PM, and this week the word of the week in question is discipline. So if you can come up with a cryptic crossword clue for discipline, send it to me. My email address is at the end of the video or in the channel description. Send it to me, I'll feature it in the live stream, everyone will vote on it, and then the winner gets into the Cryptic Mystic crossword that we're making on mycrossword.co.uk, and you also get to choose next week's word of the week as well. So I look forward to seeing your clues for that. Okay, all that said and done, let's get on with today's crossword and see what Henri has in store for us. Here we have the crossword. I should point out there are special instructions to this crossword. Let me just highlight those for you now. So these special instructions say each clue has an extra word to be removed to enable solving. Okay, in clue order, the middle letters or letters of these words spell a phrase synonymous with the two-word instruction 6.5 to modify 4 cells to create new words to complete the puzzle. Wow, Henri loves the special instructions, doesn't he? And I love these sort of intricate puzzles that he does, so this is making me even more excited to do this, try and do this puzzle now. Let's see what he's got in store. So basically each clue is going to have an extra word that's not needed in order to solve the clue. So he's breaking one of the rules of cryptic crosswords there. You know, cryptic crossword clues aren't allowed any superfluous words, so Henri's sticking a superfluous word in there, which makes it the whole thing a bit trickier, doesn't it? We're going to have to work out which word is not needed. But look, let's get on with it and see how we get on. I'm sure it'll be great fun. Right, here we go. One across. So Sergeant drives off with Agent, otherwise finishing early. Sergeant drives off with Agent, otherwise finishing early. Just going to point out that my thinking on this is, like, I'm not really sure what's happening here. A few things I can point out. Agent is very often coded as rep, R-E-P. With could be a W. Off can be an anagram indicator. Otherwise finishing early could be something finishing early, could be a word maybe having its last letter removed. I don't know if it refers to the last letter of early maybe. So I'm really not sure what's happening here. Like sergeant could be the definition. Sergeant could also be like the superfluous word completely, so the definition is going to be sergeant or early, I think, or drives or finishing, or maybe actually I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure where he's going to stick this superfluous word. So I do think the word rep is in here though, but I really can't see what's going on there. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to try one down. Let's try that. One down. Rowdy artist Victor is hard to seize. Right, what's happening here? Well, again, pointing out things that are common. And artist is very often coded as RA. Victor, I believe, can be a V from the NATO alphabet. Hard can be an H. So I can see this is like a charade clue potential here. This is like wordplay of a charade clue. You can stick all the bits together to make a word. So it either means rowdy or to seize. Now, if I think of it's R-A-V, I like the I-S-H here. So is being put straight into the clue, to the answer. So this ends in ish. So something ish, which probably means RAV. Ravish. The artist is RA, look. And then Victor is V. Is goes straight in. And then H. Ravish, that's to seize, isn't it? So that means rowdy here was the word we don't need to use. Must get rid of those special instructions. I just realised I've left them on the screen. But yeah, ravish is the word, I think. So rowdy is a word that we don't need. So we'll come back to that at the end and see what all this means, will we? Right, now we have a few check-in letters. Let's try 5 across. Butterfly in British Museum with head absent. So butterfly in British Museum with head absent. So something could be it could be a container indicator, maybe like a word for a butterfly inside British Museum. Oh yeah, I have to remember. I keep forgetting. There's a superfluous word in here somewhere. So this could mean absent or it could mean butterfly. Begins with a V. British Museum with head absent makes you sound like you have to take the M off museum, maybe, but that's not sure. British Museum. I know the V and A. That's a museum, isn't it? The Victoria and Albert Museum. That's a British museum. We have the V here, so the only thing that made me think of that was this V. Not sure. Let's come back. Let's try 6 across. Directed society with support by socialist again. Right, how do I look? Well, looking at this one, I'm thinking socialist is very often coded as red. So my thinking here is directed maybe is the definition, and it just because of the tense, the tense has to match, doesn't it? The answer in the definition. So it could end in R. I think it ends in RED, and we're looking for a word that means directed. So society with support by socialist again. So I want to say, if it's directed, I'm thinking might be steered. I want to say steered here. How's that working? Oh yeah, look, I can see support could be a T, couldn't it, as in golf? Very timely given the Open's about to start tomorrow, but here we have a T. And that's by the socialist, red, and maybe society is an S. So directed society with support by socialist. So again is the superfluous word here. It means nothing there. So I think this is steered, this one. Happy with that, yeah. Directed is the definition there. Very nice. Cool. Right, where are we trying now? Will we try 2 down? So we have at least a check-in letter there. Security device on renowned island. Oh, you can't see the whole clue there, can you? So it says security device on renowned island causing conjunctivitis. Causing conjunctivitis. So that would make... That sounds like causing, sounds like a link word to me. And conjunctivitis maybe is the definition. I'm thinking 4-3 is the clue here. So I'm thinking this is pink eye. I'm going to go with pink eye, just from guessing from the definition, what I think the definition is. Let's try and spell it right. Now, how does that work? So security device, so that would be a pen, wouldn't it? On renowned island. European can be coded as an E. So that's the PIN and the E. And the island's a key, isn't it? Like the Florida Keys. So renowned here is the word that we don't need. So we need the middle letters of renowned. It's an 8-letter word though. So maybe we have to take the 2 middle ones. Okay, we'll come back to that anyway. But I think pink eye is definitely sounds right, doesn't it, from conjunctivitis point of view. Right, next one then. Let's try 3 down. Whenever erratic Ulster sun shines. Yeah, doesn't shine very often. Whenever erratic Ulster sun shines. That looks like an anagram to me. Erratic being an anagram indicator. With any words that indicate something being like off or crazy or drunk or just, you know, a bit mixed up, that tends to be an anagram indicator. So I'm thinking we have an anagram indicator here. Or more likely of Ulster. It's a 7-letter clue, so we need an anagram of Ulster. Sun, can it be an S? Shines. I can see an anagram of Ulster that do shine like luster. So maybe this is lusters. Yeah, lusters. Try and type it. Here we go. Lustres. Lusters. So that means whenever there is superfluous. It's not used in the clue at all. Cool. Okay, we're making progress here. This is looking good, isn't it? Loving this crossword, Henri. Very nice. Here we go. 4 down. He scored in hotel with the Spanish heiress. Something to note here, whenever you see the Spanish in a clue or the German or the French, it's usually we're looking for the definite article in that language. So it's going to be either el or la or even les here for Spanish. So something with Spanish. He scored in hotel. Hotel can be abbreviated to NH, again from the NATO alphabet. With the Spanish. I'm not sure whether there's going to be a la or an L in here somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm not even sure what the definition is. If it's heiress, then I'm not sure. Don't know. I'm not sure. Let's go back to 1 across. We'll see if we can get that now. So sergeant drives off with agent, otherwise finishing early. Oh look, there's that rep I was talking about earlier. So there's rep. This must be repels. It is repels, because how this works, the definition is actually drives off. And then we have with as a link word, and then we have agent, which is rep. Otherwise, another word for otherwise is else. And it's finishing early, so it's, you know, taking the last letter off, else. That's neat, isn't it? Very nice. So repels. So that means sergeant is the superfluous word in that clue. Right, let's try 5 across. That looks like Vanessa. To me, it's the only word I can think fits in there. I think that is a type of butterfly, isn't it, Vanessa? I'm going to go with it and then see if I can work out why. Okay, so V&A is the British Museum. Then head is an S. Another word for head is an S, geographically speaking. And then absent can be an A, I suppose. It can be abbreviated to an A. So we get Vanessa. The butterfly. Is that a type of butterfly? I have no idea. I just look, the words, only thing I can think of, V, N, and S. Must be. It must be. I'll have a look later. Right, let's try. What are we trying now? 4 down? We've tried that one already, haven't we? He scored in hotel. Now let's try 7 across. In wrapping of tinfoil, gently move prickly plant imminently. That's a cool clue. In wrapping of tinfoil, I like this. This looks like to me a way of describing the outer letters of the word tinfoil. The wrapping of a word could be the first and last letters of the word. So I think there's a T and an L. So the wrapping of tinfoil is T and L. So inside that, we need a word for gently move, maybe. So this begins with T, I think it ends in L, this word. Gently move. Ease, teasel. Is a teasel a prickly plant? I don't know. If anyone who's been watching these for a long time know I'm really bad with plants. I have no idea if that's a plant at all or not. I just like the wordplay definitely works. So wrapping of tinfoil is T and L. Gently move something is to ease it, isn't it? So teasel. I'm going to stick with it and see. We can look it up at the end if it's not. Alright, so 4 down. He scored in hotel. Oh, what's the superfluous word there then? Imminently. Imminently is superfluous. We don't need it, do we? Yeah. Okay. 4 down then. He scored in hotel with Spanish heiress. Okay, we have an L here. That's making me think that this is the Spanish bit. It's L. E-L. So now we need something, A, something. He scored in hotel. Is an H. Oh, that's it. This is a neat clue in it. That's lovely. Look at that. This is, he scored is the definition. And that's a brilliant clue. Look at the actual surface is brilliant anyway. He scored in hotel with a Spanish heiress. Makes you think of a footballer, doesn't it? On all fronts. But we're actually talking about someone who scores for a living, and you can also score music, can't you? So this is handle. So we got the hotel with the Spanish, with is and then Spanish, the is in Spanish is L. So heiress is the superfluous word there. That's cool, isn't it? Right. So what do we need to do now? We need to get all this superfluous. Let me just check that. We need to get all the superfluous words. Take the middle letters of those, and that'll give me a phrase that's synonymous with a. No, it'll spell a phrase synonymous with a 2-word instruction. Wow. So I have to come up with someone else. I got a pen and paper here, so let's work out what this is now, will we? So you have to go in clue order. So one across the superfluous word there was sergeant, wasn't it? So the middle letter of sergeant is, I suppose, is GE, because we need SER on one side, ANT on the other. Okay, so I'm writing GE there for that. Vanessa, the superfluous word here was what? We got absent. Yeah, it is Ness. British music. Oh no, we don't need British actually, do we? Because museum works just for V&A. You don't need a British museum. So British is the superfluous word there, and so that gives us the letter T. Okay, so far if you can see that, I've got get. Okay. 6 across. Directed society with support by socialists. Which one was it? Again was our superfluous word here. So that's an A. Get A. 7 across. In wrapping of tinfoil, gently move, prickly plant. Imminently was the word here, wasn't it? So how many letters have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We maybe need the two inner letters are N and E. Get in. Get A. I'm not sure yet. Get A and E I've got so far. Right, 1 down. 1 down is giving me rowdy artist. Victor is hard to see. Which one? What was our dodgy word? There was rowdy, wasn't it? So it's a W. So get a new. Now this one, 2 down. What was the security device on renowned was the dodgy word there, wasn't it? I keep saying dodgy word, I mean superfluous word. Middle letters of renowned. OW. 3 down. Whenever erratic Ulster sun shines. What was the whenever is a superfluous word there, so we need NE. Own. And the last one, 4 down, he scored in hotel. So heiress was the word we didn't need there, wasn't it? So that's going to be an R. Okay, this is what I got. Can you see that? Get a new owner. get a new owner is a phrase. So now we have to come up with a 2-word instruction that means get a new owner. 6-5. Get a new owner. What are you doing there? You're selling something. But whatever it is doing, we have to modify 4 cells in the puzzle to create new words, and that will finally complete the puzzle. Oh, okay. Get a new owner. Adopt. What is this? If you get a new owner, is a phrase synonymous with a 2-word instruction. Trying to think. Are you getting this yet? Right, you have a house. He gets a new owner. What do you say about the house? Trying to think of phrases for this. Oh, Henri, you're a tricky one, aren't you? I'll please myself getting to the end of the puzzle and I'm stuck. Get a new owner. What can it be? What can it be? Ugh. What sort of things can get a new owner? A pet? Football club could get a new owner, couldn't it? Right. Man United have got a new owner. What would you say about that? Changed hands. Change hands. You say, that's what you say, the ownership has changed hands, wouldn't you? Change. Does that work? CHANGE. Change hands, yeah. Change hands could be it, couldn't it? And that's, if we change hands, we have to modify 4 cells. Oh, I see what's going on here. So in cryptic land, your hands are your left and your right, aren't they? L and R. So if you change hands, sometimes the cryptic clues might say something about changing hands, and it means swap the L's and the R's. So let's do that then. So this just double checks. Hopefully there's just 4 R's and L's in this puzzle, and then we'll know we're right. So there's 1 there, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, let's change them in. So that becomes. So this one here becomes lavish. Okay, that still works, doesn't it? Now this becomes lepers. Wow. Henri, this is so cool. And Rostres becomes Russells. Well, that all still works. This is so good. Last one then. Teaser becomes teaser and hander. So this we put an R in now. Wow, and we get the magic confetti. Amazing. That is so good. Henri, that is so good. It's one of those ones again, I don't know where you start with these things. You have to think of words that you can swap the L's and the R's for to start with, and then somehow build them into a crossword. That's crazy. And then add words. Well, I don't even know how you did it, but it's probably almost as hard to create this puzzle than it is to solve it, I would say. But that was fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Please do go to Henri's page. I'll put a link in the video description. Try it as a crossword. This is like mini crossword number 55, as you can see there. So, he's got a lot of crosswords here. and they're always great fun. So I would definitely recommend trying Henri. Hopefully you got something out of that video too, maybe some little pointers on how to solve cryptic crosswords as well. Don't forget, if you want to get involved in the channel and have a bit of fun on Sunday evening as well, you can send me your cryptic clue for discipline, and I'll include that in the live stream. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you all very soon. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.